Hey guys, Civilord here, back again with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Marvel Legends War Journal Punisher vs. Bushwacker Tupac. This, of course, brought to us by the fine folks over at Hasbro and was kind of the last thing I was waiting for before I did my top Marvel Legends of 2024 video. I have a bunch of rules that prohibit me from having a lot of figures on that list, but this Punisher was one that I really wanted to have on that list, so he's here, we have him, and we're going to talk about him, because it's been a while. Damn, has it been like 4 years since we've gotten a Marvel Legends Punisher of any kind? Live action, variation, traditional, or otherwise, so this will be interesting. So before we get too far ahead of ourselves, why don't we cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at all these guys have to offer in terms of accessories. We'll start with Bushwacker because he doesn't come with much crap. He's got a finger bang gun, which I want to say, isn't this with that spider shot, whatever it is figure. It's got a little hole on the end there, so I think you can put blast effects in it. And then he comes with something that, quite frankly, looks like a dick. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Is this a gun? Is it something your ex-girlfriend uses to pleasure herself? I don't know. It's very weird looking. And we're just going to put that away before I get flagged. In terms of Punisher's accessories, he's got a two-finger hand, which, going back to your ex-girlfriend there, and an open hand. And then he also has a pair of fists, in case he doesn't want to use the shooty pew-pews, he can just punch the crap out of you. He's got an alternate yelling head, which is fine. Some people think it's a little weird looking, but I don't, really. I think it's okay. Then we also have a grenade and a blow-uppy effect for the grenade. Now, does this peg into here or something? I thought this grenade pegged into something on here, but I don't see a peg hole for it. I thought it pegged into this up here, but I'm guessing it doesn't. It's kind of weird. But either way, we do have a plethora of guns, though. We got this gummy gun, which I never liked. I mean, it's okay, the skull, but it's always gummy when they make it. And then he does have a couple of automatic guns here. This one and this one. Pretty sure one of these is an Uzi. And then he has a pistol, which will fit into the holster on his hip. So that's your lot for accessories. Quite a good lot of accessories. So why don't we move right along and take a look at the figures themselves. We got the Bushwacker, who utilizes a lot of the same parts as one of the last Punishers we got, which was the one with the motorcycle. Which again, I think that was 4 years ago. So it's been a hot minute since we got a Punisher. But as far as his articulation is concerned, his head will look up and down, rotate side to side. He's got a rat tail, because he's a scumbag like that. He does have a little bit of tilt. His shoulders will go... Shoulders got range, but they're kind of hard to use. There you go. But they'll go up about that far. He does have a bicep twist, which I didn't feel the need to put soap in, but I guess you could if you wanted to. They are kind of tight and sticky, but not too egregious. Very tight, though. He does have double elbow. Pinless. And then he does have swivel hinge wrist. This wrist actually has the appropriate hinge for holding weapons. This wrist does not. I think these are carried over from that Punisher with the bike as well. After messing with this figure, I do believe that's where they come from. Ab crunch moves that far forward, that far back. Waist twist is a waist twist. Hips will kick forward, back, out to the side, not that far. He's got a thigh cut, that's fine. Double knee, that's fine. He's got a hinge in the foot with a rocker. Peg holes at the bottom of the feet. And that's your lot. Nothing too crazy with him, but let's face it, the star of the show is this Frank Castle here, who is on a new body mold. I don't believe there's anything reused here. Nothing I recognize anyways. But he's got a good head sculpt with the headband there. I kind of prefer this version with the all black to not have the headband, but it is what it is. As far as his articulation goes, though, his head will rotate side to side. It'll look up and down. It's on a disc hinge. It's got a little bit of play in that ball peg as well. Shoulders will go out to the side about that far. And he's got the beautiful butterfly that allows them to swing back and forth, back down, all the way around. He's got a bicep swivel, which I did use some lubricant on just so they could turn a little better. He does have double jointed elbows, which work fine. He's got swivel in the wrist with a hinge. The appropriate hinge for holding weapons, might I add, so I do appreciate that. The torso will move that far back and that far forward with the diaphragm. He does also get his twist up there. It's not too loose on mine anyways. It does tilt side to side. He does have that ab crunch, like by the belt. But because of the belt, he doesn't get a ton out of it. Like, it feels kind of pointless, you know? I think he should have had a ball joint in the waist and the traditional ab crunch. Because as it stands, you turn his diaphragm and, oh look, the skull's split in half. So yeah, I don't really get this double diaphragm tech. It's kind of stupid to me. It doesn't really work. Like this guy, Spider-Man, Venom, it doesn't work. Like, you break up the pattern on the chest. Like, I don't care how good of a poser you are, you know, with action figures or otherwise, you're gonna break up the chest. Like, that's all there is to it. As far as the hips go, they do kick out, they kick back down, they kick forward and back. Kind of surprised he does not have drop downs, but kind of glad he does not have drop downs. He's got a thigh cut there. He's got a double knee. That works okay. And then he's got a hinge in the foot with a rocker. He's got boot cut as well. Put some lubricant in there. Loosen those up. And then he does have peg holes at the bottom of the feet. That's it. Where's that pistol at? There you go. That works. So, yeah, Punisher, really good figure. Despite I'm not a fan of the torso, because you can't do much with it. It's really just a diaphragm joint. Unless my ab crunch is just super tight or something. I don't really know. But other than that, man, this Punisher is freaking awesome. I like him a lot. Definitely one of the top Legends of the year for me. Top 10, I should say. Be a little bit more specific. So moving Bushwacker back in here. So we can bring in our two regulars. The Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibilith right here. And the infamous 11 Spawn, who I want to say, yeah, he pretty much towers over everyone because he is not a 6-inch scale figure. So with that being said, it is time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and aside from the fact that this is hashtag not my Punisher, I much prefer the white gloves and boots myself, I have to say, for a new Punisher figure with an all-new body buck, I really like this Frank Castle. I think they did a fine job with him, and I also think they did a fine job with Bushwacker. Yeah, he's heavy reuse, but a character like this should be lucky we get him at all, because I don't know anyone who's clamoring for a Bushwacker figure other than maybe good friend of the channel, El Tenda, who is a big Punisher fan. I am too, but I had no idea who the Sam Hell Bushwacker was until they showed off this 2-pack at SDCC this past year. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, catch you guys later.